Ta-da! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is BK Crown and you're welcome to BK Crown Space. So guys, I'm going to be talking about my first time trip experience to Accra, Ghana. My first time trip experience to Accra, Ghana was 2010. I went to celebrate Christmas in Accra, and I really went through a lot on the road because I didn't go with public transport. It was my dad that drove us to Accra, Ghana. Yes, you guys might be wondering, wow, how come my dad drove us to Accra, Ghana if I'm a Nigerian? Well, my dad has been to Accra, Ghana so many times. He also schooled there, so he's familiar with the road. So we all went to Accra, Ghana, me and my family. My sister, my cousin, one of my male cousin, my mom, my dad were inside the car. Then my two elder brothers came later to join us. So this is how the whole thing went. So everything was smooth. The journey was just easy and smooth from Ibadan to Semeboda. No problem, no challenges, nothing. And before I go further, we packed some sweet things along so that we eat it on our way to Accra, Ghana. We packed some food, and we fried a lot of bush meat. One thing one should always think about before traveling is your stomach. If you know that, then I didn't know that I was going to have a trouble stomach, so I ate a lot of bushmeat. So this is how the journey went. So when we passed Semeboda, everything was okay, it was smooth. We got to Cotonou, issues started coming out because each of the checkpoints, they want to know, you driving Nigerian car to their country, you have to pay. So we stopped at some checkpoints, we paid. So it was okay. The journey was just so long. It was so long ago. I was even tired at some point. So when we get to Cotonou checkpoints, we'll get down, we eat. I ate a lot of goat meat, bush meat, and I started having running stomach at Cotonou, but I was holding it, And instead of me to stop eating goat meat, bush meat, instead of me to stop eating the meat, I kept eating it and eating it. I was not really hungry though. I just needed something I can be chewing because I was already getting tired of the journey. So when we passed Cotonou, we got to Lakoji. Lakoji is between Cotonou to Togo border. So when we got to Lakoji, we bought fried yam and chicken. We ate. When we got to their border, they stopped us again. We paid. Man, it was really stressful. But before then, at some point when my dad was driving, everybody was feeling sleepy. My mom is this kind of person that when she's traveling, she doesn't like sleeping. She can open her eyes wide open for hours. Yes, so she was the one sitting at in front while we were at the back. So all of us at the back, we've dozed off because the journey was so stressful and long. We've dozed off, not knowing that my mom too has dozed off and my dad was driving. It's not easy for someone to drive a car and the person sitting beside you in front is also sleeping. The driver can sleep off. So this is what happened. So when my mommy dozed off, my dad was still driving. He was also getting tired. He didn't know when he closed his eyes. All of a sudden, we almost entered the bush. I don't know what happened. God just saved us that day. I don't know if it was my mom that opened her eyes or something. All of a sudden, we just told our dad that, watch out. He had to just hold the steering wheel and we're almost going to the bush. Only God saved us. We would have had accident that day. So that's another stressful thing about traveling. And We would have gone with public transport, but we were thinking to save costs, let's just all go with our car. And we didn't even know that we will even spend more than what we budgeted for, because they were collecting a lot of money from us from each checkpoint. So the last checkpoint was Ghana border. We call it Aflao. That was our last checkpoint before you enter Accra. So when we got to Aflao, they stopped us. I think we got to Aflao around 5 p.m. or so. Yeah, it was in the evening. So they stopped us. Other checkpoints was not that stressful, but Aflao, it was very stressful, because before you can take a foreign car into Ghana, you have to do documents and everything. So my dad went ahead to settle the whole issue. We were inside the car, and me, I was running to, hey God, I was running to, like, even before we got to Aflao, we stopped somewhere in which I went to toilet. I went inside the bush to poo, like, to dispose. Then when we now got to Aflao, the purging was too much. Like, shit dey catch you, and the one wey be say you no fit hold that shit, e go dey come out like water. That's how it was doing me that day. When we were in that checkpoint, I went to toilet like almost 10 times, and it's not free. Oh, we paid though. We're paying. At some point my mom was like, abeg go and find one bush to shit. I ate plenty goat meat because we fried a lot, so I ate like almost 10 goat sorry, I ate plenty bush meat. I don't know why I'm saying goat meat. Maybe I'm hungry for goat meat though. I ate a lot of bush meat, like almost 10 pieces of bush meat. So that was the reason why I was really purged, and I took soft drink. Those things really purged me. It was not only me that I was purging, you know, everybody in the car was purging. My dad, my mom, my cousin, my sister. So we were going to the toilet turn by turn. We were going to the toilet turn by turn. At some point, the bush meat was still much, but we could not eat it again because we were all purging. So we are just praying for them to release us so that we can go. We're thinking that, oh, it won't take us time for them to do all the whole document and everything. I think it was already late, so they could not go ahead with the whole procedure. So we had to sleep at Aflao border inside the car. Hey, that journey was so stressful. Hey, it's the most stressful trip ever for me. Anytime I'm going to Ghana, but that was my first trip though. So we all slept inside the car. I was even tired. In the midnight, I was waking up, going to bush to go and shit. I could not sleep because I was just purging. There's a drug you take before you travel or when you travel. And me, I didn't know of those drugs. So instead of us to take tetracycline, we did not take tetracycline. We forgot to take it off flagy. I think that one will hold the shit. It was later on I started making use of that method. Anytime you want to travel and you know you would love to eat a lot, just buy flagy or tetracycline and make sure you take like 2 before you travel. And don't take too much of sweet things. Yes, don't take too much of sweet things. So that was what really affected me, because I didn't take any drug before going, and I didn't know that the journey would be that long. Then I was thinking Nigeria to Ghana was just like 1 hour or so. The journey long. I was so tired, but it's worth it because I really enjoyed myself after I got to Accra, Ghana. So the next morning we went back to their office, immigration office, to continue with the papers. Because of the Nigerian plate number, they said we could not enter Ghana like that. We went ahead to do it. They delayed us for hours again. If you see how hunger was catching me inside that car, well, and I was afraid to eat, so I'll not be running up and down to the toilet. So we all finished the whole thing, then we continue our journey. Now, I was thinking that from Aflao to the main Accra, it would be like 30 minutes. I didn't know that it was another journey on its own. I was so tired, and then I was just 14 years. Yes, I went to Ghana 2 years before I graduated from secondary school, because I graduated from secondary school at the age of 16. So I was 14 years then. So we went on and on and on and on. I was so tired inside the car. but I think we got to the major Accra less than 3 hours to 4 hours, but the journey was okay. That was how my trip to Ghana was. It was fun. At least I got to see a lot of places. I got to know Cotonou. You pass through Seme, Cotonou, Togo before you reach Accra, Ghana. So that was it. So it was just fun, but the stress and the embarrassment I really embarrassed myself that day. The embarrassment was too much. I was just imagining that, assuming there was no place for me to go to toilet, there's no place for me to use the washroom or dispose the waste from my body. I wonder how I would have coped. It remains small. I would have shit on my body. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my story. That was my first time trip experience to Accra, Ghana. So thank you for watching. Please kindly hit that subscribe button. Beside it, you see the notification bell. Then turn on the notification bell so that when I upload, you'll be notified. On this channel, I upload new videos every Friday 2 p.m. So thank you. I'll see you in my next video. I'm signing out. Bye.